Hey guys, today I filmed this quick and easy makeup tutorial. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes and I don't usually wear makeup every day, but if I'm in a rush and I need to get out the door, this is what I'm doing, so I hope you enjoy. The first thing I take is a primer. This is Benefit the Professional Primer. Now this is the pearl one, but I don't see much of a difference between this one and the original. What I do is I put it in all the places that I have large pores, like on my nose, the sides of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. Then I take Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, and this is great for especially these dry winter months as I have dry skin as it is. It does the same thing but just gives my skin an extra hydration boost. For foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal nope, that's not it. It's the Lumi Cushion. This is very light coverage, but it definitely is buildable. For every day for me, I don't need a lot of coverage. I just need enough to even out my skin tone and cover any redness. I'm blending it in using a Real Techniques brush. And I spend a lot of time blending in my foundations to make sure that it's applied evenly and there's no brush strokes. Then I take whatever's left on the brush and I have to be sure to blend down my neck because you don't want any lines between your face and your neck. It will just look silly. It almost looks mask-like. Next I'm taking Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And this stuff goes a very long way, but what I do is I use it to conceal my under eyes, but I also use it to highlight my face. And I highlight the center of my face on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose and my chin, also my cupid's bow and the sides of my mouth. I find that highlighting the sides of my mouth lifts up my smile a little bit. Once that's all blended in, I will take a damp beauty blender and I will blend in the concealer underneath my eyes. You want to make sure the beauty blender is damp because if not, it will just soak up all of that concealer and you'll have to do it over again. It won't be as high of coverage. After I looked in the mirror, I realized that I might need a little bit more coverage. As most of you know, I have a 5-month-old at home and she likes to party at nighttime, so I am just taking a little bit more concealer and concealing under my eyes a little more. The next thing I take is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. Now this stuff is super messy, but it is so good. It sets all of your makeup in place and it doesn't look cakey, it just makes it look flawless and I just love it. It works great for oily skin, it works great for dry skin. I would recommend it to anybody. Again, it is very messy, it's very powdery, but it does the job. Coffee break. Next, I'm taking bronzer. I believe this is the NARS Laguna bronzer, and I am just bronzing around the perimeter of my face, anywhere the sun would naturally hit, like my forehead, and then my cheeks. And what I do for the cheeks is I like to carve out my cheekbones a little bit, as you'll see in a second. So I kind of do a contour bronzer, if that makes sense. I don't fully on contour, but I don't just bronze. I kind of do a mixture of both. So you're just taking your bronzer and you're basically carving out right underneath that cheekbone, but you're blending it in so it's not as harsh of a contour. I'm also going underneath my chin to hide any double chins I have going on there. And then I also contour down the sides of my nose. Just makes it look a little bit slimmer. And then I'm taking the NARS Orgasm Blush. It's just a pinky peach with a shimmer in it. It's really pretty. It works on days where you don't necessarily want to wear a highlight because it has a little bit of shimmer in it, but I'm still going to put highlight on today, so you'll see both. Next, I'm taking the Holy Grail Morphe palette designed by Jaclyn Hill. It's just amazing. It's probably the only palette you'll ever need. I'm taking a warm brown shade and I'm just putting that in my crease, again using a Real Techniques brush. And I'm just going back and forth with windshield wiper motions. You just want to keep blending, blending, blending. You don't want any harsh lines in your crease. You don't want there to be a line between that color and the brow bone. You just want to keep blending, blending, blending until it is seamless. I sped this up as much as I could, but blending takes a long time. So that's just a warm brown shade in my crease, and then I am taking a light champagne color and I'm putting that all over my eyelid. Again, this is just an everyday easy look, nothing too glam, nothing too hard, just very simple. Next I'm taking the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I am brushing up my brows. And what I like to do is I like to shape out my brow first. So I'm doing light brush strokes, or pen strokes, or pencil strokes, whatever you want to call them, underneath my brow to fill out the bottom portion. I like to keep brushing through as you go just to make sure that you're getting everything even. And then what I do is I brush the brow down. Now this is where you can really see where you are missing spots when you brush your brow down, especially that tail end of my brow. I basically have to create a new one, but it's so easy with a brow pencil. And then once that's all done and you have the shape ready to go, you do light, very light brush strokes to mimic real hair, and you just fill in all the sparse areas of your brow. Again, you want to keep brushing through as you go to make sure there's nothing too harsh in there. Yes, that one brow is looking very sad. It's crazy what a difference brows makes. It really is. And voila, my other brow is done. It would have taken way too long to do the other one. Next I'm taking just a clear mascara. I believe this one is just the Great Lash from Maybelline. And I'm just going to comb through my brows. That light also lightens them up a little bit, so if the color is a little bit too dark, it will lighten them up so it's not so harsh. I think I said harsh like 800 times. Harsh. Next I'm taking a black eyeliner. This one's from Rimmel, and I am tight lining. What that means is I'm just doing the upper waterline of my eye. What that does is it makes your lashes look a little bit thicker. It just gives you a little bit more depth to the eye. I really like it. I don't put anything on my bottle. I don't put anything on my bottom waterline, but I just like tight lining. Next I'm curling my lashes. And then I'm applying mascara. This is the Lash Paradise mascara. I forget who it is by. It's at the drugstore though. I do 2 coats of mascara. I just find that it makes my lashes a lot thicker. It doesn't really do much for length, but it definitely makes them thicker. For my bottom lashes, I am using the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. I like it because it has a plastic wand that really separates your lashes. And it's definitely easy to work with because the wand is very thin. I'm taking a paper towel and I am scrubbing my lips because I'm getting all the foundation and the concealer and the powder off of them, and I like doing this as well because it also brings a little bit of color back to the lips. And then I'm using the Mary Kay Satin Lips. It's the lip balm, which is awesome. It has a bunch of good vitamins in it and it just makes my lips super soft. Again, winter, constant chapped lips, but this really helps. Next, I'm just checking out my chapped lips. And finally, I'm using, well, not finally, but again, I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water because you can also use this as a setting spray. It just helps the makeup melt right into your skin, helps it last all day, and again, it gives you a boost of hydration, which I definitely need for my dry winter skin. Then I'm taking the Anastasia Glow Kit, and I am going to highlight my face. I do the tops of my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and then I also take that on my brow bone. I also take that highlighter, which you'll see in a second, and I put some in the inner corner of my eye. It just brings more attention to the eye, makes them look brighter, you look more awake. I tend to get dark in the inner corner of my eye, so this really helps. And there you guys have it. I'm done. So there you go. That highlight. Yep. Take down your hair, wave goodbye, blow a little kiss, and you got it. This is the finished look in sunlight outside. If you want to see a more glam look, just let me know, and I will be sure to film that for you. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.